Into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. Oh. All right. Hello, grade 7. Welcome back to our online class. This is Sir Jubes or Sir Jubani again. You just heard me singing a song. It's actually a song if you don't know. The title of the song is Into the Unknown. Because in this video, we're going to talk about unknown, uncertainty. Are you ready now? So what are you waiting for? Get your pen and paper and journey with me into the unknown. So grade 7, we are now in lesson 3.1, which means we are now in chapter number 3. And chapter number 3 talks about algebra. The first topic we're going to tackle here is algebraic expressions. And I'm pretty sure that you're already familiar with this topic since this has been discussed with you when you were in grade 6. All right, let's get it on. What is algebra? What comes to your mind when you hear the word algebra? Let's see what this girl is thinking about when she hears the word algebra. First, she thinks of the word variable. She thinks of the word algebraic expression. There's also X and Y. These are some of the words you can associate to the word algebra. Let's have the formal definition of what really algebra is. Algebra is just a branch of mathematics that formalizes the laws of arithmetic. Let me use an umbrella to illustrate the world of mathematics. And under mathematics, we have arithmetic, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and many others. Arithmetic is here. It's a branch of math that deals only pure numbers. And when you incorporate symbols, letters with those numbers, then we are already dealing with algebra. Let's have the first part in this video, algebraic expression. Let's get to know some of the terms related to algebraic expression. 5x minus 3 is an example of an algebraic expression. What do you mean by algebraic expression? Algebraic expression, AE, is a constant, a variable, or a combination of both. What do you mean by constant? What do you mean by variable? When we say constant, it is a specific value. It is a real number, just like 5, 6, 11, 71, negative 65. Those are some examples of constant. Variable is a symbol which represents an unknown value. Variable comes from the word vary. It means it changes. 5x minus 3 is an algebraic expression, as what I've said a while ago, with two terms. What are these terms? These terms are 5x and negative 3. When we say term, it is an indicated product. The operation used is always multiplication. 5 times x, this is a product, so this is considered as one term. And negative 3 is another term. In the term 5x, 5, the number beside x, is called the numerical coefficient, while x is called the literal coefficient. In other words, numerical coefficients are numbers, literal coefficients are letters or variables. Let's have example number 1. Consider this algebraic expression 3x squared y minus 4x plus 5. I want you to answer the following questions. I'm giving you time to do this, and your time starts now. All right, let's see if you have understood the terms related to algebra. Let's have letter A. How many terms are there? There are 1, 2, 3 terms. And these terms are 3x squared y, negative 4x, and positive 5. Letter B. What are the variables you can see in the given? The variables are x and y. These are the symbols or the letters used in the given. Letter C, in term 3x squared y, what is the numerical coefficient? What's your answer? The numerical coefficient is the number 3. What about the literal coefficient? Just remove the numerical coefficient 3. What remains is what we call the literal coefficient, and it is x squared y. Let's have letter D. In term 3x squared y, what is the coefficient of y? It's not stated whether this is numerical or literal coefficient. We're just looking for the coefficient in general. So how do we define coefficient? Each factor in a term is called the coefficient of the other factors. In other words, given this term 3x squared y, I'm going to take away the factor y. What remains is what we call the coefficient of y. And the coefficient of y is 3x squared. I hope you're able to get it. I just hope so. Letter E. In 3x squared y, what is the coefficient of 3xy? If you're going to take away 3xy from this term, what do you think is the remaining factor? Let's see. Let's rewrite 3x squared y in the following manner. We have 3 times x times x times y. Remember that x squared is x times x. And I'm going to take away 3x and y. That factors that are in blue color. And the remaining factor, which is x, is what we call the coefficient of 3xy. All right? So these are the things that you need to get familiar with when you are studying algebra. We have term, variable, constant, algebraic expression, coefficient, and under coefficient we have numerical coefficient and literal coefficient. Let's have algebraic expression. This time, we're going to deal with translation. What do you mean by translation? Is it translating German word to English word? Something like that. We are going to translate something into something else. Okay? So when translating word phrases to mathematical phrases, look for keywords. What are the keywords? For addition, these are the keywords: plus, the sum of, added to, more than, increased by, the total of. For subtraction, we have minus, the difference of, subtracted from, less than, less, decreased by, diminished by. And for multiplication, we have times, the product of, multiplied by, twice, thrice, the square of, and so on. And for division, divided by the quotient of, the ratio of, and so on. Let's have example number 2. I have here the word phrases, or we call them as English phrases, and we want to translate them into mathematical phrases or algebraic expressions. I'm giving you time to translate these word phrases into algebraic expressions, and your time starts now. Let's see how you are doing in this exercise. X increased by 3. Increased by means addition. So we have x plus 3. I hope you got this expression correctly. Next item, x less 3. Less means subtraction. So we have x minus 3. For the third one, x less than 3 and x subtracted from 3, both of them translate to the same algebraic expression. So x less than 3 is the same as 3 minus x. X subtracted from 3 is the same as 3 minus x. You have to take note of the words than and from, especially if the translated algebraic expression involves subtraction. Next item, twice the sum of x and 3. First, we have to get the sum of x and 3, and the sum of x and 3 is x plus 3, and we're going to twice that result. And the answer is 2 times x plus 3. This is how you are going to do it. And for the last item, the square of the sum of x and 3. First, we have to get the sum of x and 3, and we're going to square the result. How do you show square? Just like this. X plus 3, and you square. So I hope you are able to get the answers correctly. If you've got some mistakes, that's fine. We are learning, and we are always learning. Let's have example number 3. And this is going to be our last example in this video. Letter A, the sum of two numbers is 25. If x is the first number, what is the second number? Sometimes it's important to give examples based on the given problem. This is to make sure whether or not you have understood the given problem. So we have to give two numbers whose sum is 25. These numbers are 10 and 5. We can also have 24 and 1. We also have 12 and 13. There are many other examples. In this case, the first number is x, and we're going to find the second number in terms of x. Let me just use bar model to answer this problem. Take note that this is optional. It's up to you. You can use other method as long as your answer is correct. So the sum here is 25. The first number is x. I chose the green bar to be the first number. And the second number is the gray bar, and that is going to be question mark. So based on this model, the best operation to use in order to find the missing number is subtraction. So our answer is 25 minus x. X and 25 minus x will sum up to 25. Let's have letter B. The difference between two numbers is 25. If x is the larger number, what is the smaller number? I have two numbers. One is larger, the other one is smaller. The difference between the two numbers is 25. So I'm going to write 25 over here. Yeah, that's the difference. And the green bar, which is the larger number, is going to be x. We're looking for the smaller number, which is represented by this shorter bar. So we have to analyze the bar model, and we have to really think what operation is appropriate in order to answer the question of the problem, which is, what is the smaller number? And based on this model, the correct operation is subtraction. Therefore, our answer is x minus 25. Again, grade 7, you are not only limited to bar models. You can use other methods as long as your interpretation is correct. Aside from that, you are not always required to use bar models in solving word problems. Just use bar models when necessary. All right, that's it, grade 7, and I hope you learned something from this video. You just learned about algebra, the terms related to algebra. We have algebraic expression, constant, variable, term, numerical coefficient, and literal coefficient. You also learned from this video about translation, translating mathematical phrases to English phrases and vice versa. Okay, I'll see you in my next videos. Bye-bye.